record button, and then I say, "Yo, what up? How's it going, man?"
Hey, it's going good.
Good to hear. Thanks for the support over on Patreon. We're doing a bit of a deck doctor today. This is your first deck doctor, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. So I'm sure you know how it goes. Hit me with the elevator pitch. What's going on with your awesome Set 3 Chaos Midnight deck?
Well, I've been playing Midnight for Set 2, and just all of the stuff that she gets for Set 3 I made me want to play her even more. Like Somnambulism is just the one attack I just want to throw out. And it's almost the same attack lineup, and then like I just really like the interaction between Easily Excited and Indiscriminate Shock, making the shock up to 8 speed with just the 1 in Foundation.
That's nuts. That's fucked up.
Yes, it is.
That's not very cool.
Yeah, so I want to kill people with shock, and
wow.
Yeah.
These are the world's fastest indiscriminate shocks. I'm here for it. That's hype.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the goal of the deck doctor? What do you need my help with?
I've always had a hard time building decks, so I've usually just gone and pulled other people's lists and just try to tweak it to what I need.
Sure.
Right now, it's too thick. Like, I haven't really made too many cuts. I kind of want it around probably the 63, 65-ish.
Okay.
And I'm horrible at cuts.
I love it.
Because I just want to play everything.
Yeah. No, I get it. So the goal is, let's cut some stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, I love cutting decks. if we want, I'm down to rip your deck apart. I do not mind.
Yeah. The only other thing is, of course, if I'm missing some obvious cards.
Yeah, I'm doing a quick little search here, just to make sure that we are good. Yeah. So what if you had to make the cuts right now, right? What do you think is like the worst card, best card, whatever inside of the deck, right? Because the deck looks incredible. It looks very, very good. But I'm seeing some stuff that I wanna talk about. Things like all worked up. Hit me with why are we playing all worked up?
I just like it because it works for both of her enhances. You can chuck it, get 1 damage, but it's it's enhance itself where you can commit it to give speed or minus speed, and then just use it to just destroy it once it's used to get that +1 to either make your string better or make it even easier to block.
Right. Makes sense to me. Let's put this in the sideboard to talk about it. Precise control?
That was a holdover from Set 2, just being able to have it on the board and then pick it up to then just discard it to get 1 extra draw.
Okay.
But yeah, I can easily see cutting it. But it was just, like I said, it was a holdover.
Let's look at our block zones. 27, 25, 16. So, I mean, the easiest cuts we have to do is just from high blocks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, let's look at some stuff. What did I add in? First and foremost, Friends of Animals. I think it's really neat. After it's committed during the enhanced step, you get 2 speed, so you get +2/+X based on whatever you get from Midnight, which I think is cool. Is it good? No.
Yeah.
I just want to put in your head.
Like, I was just looking at the enhance. I completely forgot about the response.
Yeah. I don't think we're playing enough allies in order to make it happen. If you were playing more of like a Tokoyami, a Chaos Tokoyami that or a Chaos Midnight that get to sideboard in a Tokoyami, so we're playing things like Ruin and stuff, I'd be all in. I'd be super in. Go add Ruin from your discard pile to your momentum, and then just try and just slam them with uppercuts and stuff. Sounds really cool. Sounds really cool. Nothing to see here. Your mid or Fury. So as long as you have like decent mids, double jab pummel, electric jolt, sunambulism, just being able to look at this card and be like, yo, if you block my electric jolt fully, right, I'm still gonna do my 1 damage, and you're gonna destroy something, right? If you block my sunambulism fully, not only have I gotten all of this value off of it, but I'm also gonna be getting to destroy the foundation. It kind of says that you don't have to give it the speed because you put them in like this bad zone, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if it's necessarily great in your deck, but I think always putting Nothing to See Here like on the initial list of being like, yo, what does this card actually do for my game plan? This card's messed up. And discard momentum for -3 speed is great because you can discard the momentum for the -3 speed and then commit it with Midnight for minus more, right? So sometimes this card all by its lonesome represents -5 speed. Which is like, hey, I auto blocked your move, right?
Yeah. Definitely could see it as a one-off.
Feeling Cute, it's kind of the same idea as Frozen, but it is +1 speed to this attack as opposed to commit 1 at a 2/5 2 high block versus a 1/5 2 high block. And this ability is also playable on my opponent's turn, so I can take and get myself out of deadlock. Feeling Cute and Frozen have a lot of the same energy that you get to use in conjunction. The question is the +1 speed better, or is the They Commit a Foundation better, right? They Commit a Foundation is better for Indiscriminate Shock hitting harder, but does Indiscriminate Shock need to hit harder, or does it just need to be faster? That's the question.
I am not entirely sure, but like I like it. It was just, like I said, I haven't really looked at it. I just like I'm going to throw some of the stuff I can see.
I love it.
I just didn't grab it yet.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's why we're having the conversation, right? Chivalrous Competitor. I think this card's correct. I think this card is one of, pound for pound, like one of the strongest 1/5 blocks that you can have. In every single test game that I've had, right? Whenever I have played Chivalrous Competitor and my opponent can't block my stuff, it doesn't matter that I gave them the card. They can't block with it anyways.
Yeah.
Right? And so you flip and say that, hey, we'll both draw a card. You're welcome. Congratulations. And then you just turn this guy sideways and give it +4 speed. They're not blocking your 8 low for whatever anyways. The card in hand isn't going to save them. Right? The only way that it saves them is if they draw into the +ultra. The only way that it saves them is they draw into an action, right?
Yep.
And they were going to draw that card for turn anyways. So you're not actually like giving them a bonus resource. You're giving them the resource they were already going to get.
I forgot that was a card since it's a promo.
Yeah, right. And then like response before one of my foundations would be destroyed. Flip this foundation instead. Incredible. That's so good. And the last thing, attack wise, is just Giant Ice Wall. Maybe looking at Giant Ice Wall to help out your if you like need more high blocks. If Double Jab Pummel is not quite getting there, Giant Ice Wall is just like a better way to stun stuff down. It has 3 keywords, same as Pummel, so that like Giant Ice Wall into Sunambulism feels good, as opposed to forcing yourself to play like Jolt into Pummel into Sunambulism. You know, I don't know which one is correct. I don't know. I'm not positive, right? But just like putting this on your radar of like, this is a thing that could exist.
Yeah.
I skipped Tough and Cool, or Cool and Tough. I think it's a sideboard card at best. If you've got somebody who absolutely hates on your momentum, but you're not really using your momentum very much. You have 3 cards that like really want momentum of Uppercut, Somnambulism, and Home Run Comet. Ice Storm has powerful, but this is more of a block card. Same thing with Uppercut, and then Jolt has EX, but like the thing already gets to be very fast if you want it to be. 6 mid for 4 stun 1 is just like good. It's just good.
I also have Cool Student.
You do have Cool Student. You do have Cool Student, which I think is neat. I think that's a very neat addition.
Both Cool Student and Ice Storm have actually won me games because I pitched with Cool Student, put it on top, and then I was guaranteed to check on Ice Storm, and just got Ice Storm up to like 15 damage or so.
Holy cow. That's so much damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start cutting stuff, right? First and foremost, the easiest thing to instantly cut is Battle Arena doesn't have to be at a 2 of, it can be at a 1 of. It's a terrain. You're not allowed to have 2. The only reason to play a second terrain in your deck is to fight your opponent's terrains, because once it's out, it stays out.
Yep.
And so like there's a very, very easy cut to have happen. We've got the mid block space, so we could make that as a cut. Super simple, just putting it to 1.
Yeah.
And then from here we get to look at our high blocks. Whoo, that's a lot of high blocks.
Yeah, it doesn't help that a lot of her foundations are highs.
Yeah. Easy, excited, and all worked up. I think the weakest ones that we have on the list are Cool Student and All Worked Up. They do kind of the same job, truthfully, right? I think the best part about All Worked Up is not the response, but actually the enhanced playable while committed, right?
Yeah.
For +1 to your check. Very similar to what Cool Student's got going on.
Yeah, I actually, now that you say that, Cool Student can probably be the cut, because All Worked Up is a spam.
Correct.
And
yeah. I'm down. I'm going to put it in your sideboard so it stays on the table.
Yeah. Playing more spam is always good when you're playing 2s.
Correct. Yeah, we want as much spam as possible. So we're down to 65. We technically accomplished the goal, but we'll dig a little deeper and see if there's anything else that we can shore up. What was the lowest you want this number to be?
Like 63-ish.
63.
Yeah. Because I always liked thicker decks.
Sure. I know. I don't hate that. The next thing that I can see is just like getting rid of precise control. It is like the best thing about that you can do with precise control is just lift it to your hand whenever you are having an overabundance of foundations, and then discard it with Midnight to get a bonus draw. Right? That's the coolest thing you can do. I just don't think you need it. I just don't think you need it. I think it's a niche tech piece that you no longer need. So I think it can just leave.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to cut your shock treatment, and I don't want to cut your confused. Although, like, confused. Let's look at block zones again.
Hey,
we could maybe take frozen down to a 2 of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 frozens. And then confused could probably just go into your sideboard as opposed to being in the main. This card's nuts. This card's incredible, but like, does it need to be mainboarded? The answer's probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in the sideboard so it's still on the table, and then we'll get rid of it. And then
think
that is 61. You are technically have less highs than mids, but I think highs and mids are going to be great next format. So there's that. If we want to get this back up, I think what I want to do is I actually want to like potentially increase some of your low block counts.
Yeah,
right?
Like Chaos doesn't have the greatest low blocks.
Yeah. Let's
Oh yeah, I forgot. Indiscriminate is the only low in my attack lineup.
Yeah. Which is fine, right? Like there's a I think this card has chaos. This is a card that Jacob Johnson was just losing his mind over last night. We'll find it. Freezer burn. He was just losing his mind over this bad 4-diff. But this bad 4-diff is always a 6 low for 4 against your opponent, because you commit the card and then you freezer burn and your opponent has to ready one of your foundations, and so they just ready that card right back up. And then like they can't interact with your whatever, but this is just like a lame 4 damage move. I think what I want to do instead is I actually just want to take and just toss double chivalrous into your deck, and then just probably call it a day.
Yeah, I like it.
That puts us to the 63 that we wanted. We're a little closer here. And then I still love the idea of this. If you wanted to go a little bit thicker and be like a little scarier attack wise, you could easily just take indiscriminate shock and just toss it up to a 4 of, right? If you wanted to, if you were down for 64 cards with 22 attacks, that is a little attack heavy, right? Because like normally you want like exactly 1/3, especially with a character that gets to go and mulligan the like on average, right? You're a 6-hander. That means you're gonna draw 2 attacks out of your deck, right? And then you'll discard the 2 and then probably draw 1 more, right? And then have the other 3B foundations, just on average, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to going up to 4 shocks. I've actually had it times where I've drawn my entire new hand and I have 1 attack and 5 foundations. So I go 1 attack, discard all 5, and just try to get a new hand to deal with them.
Please, I want to kill them. Yeah. I think shock is kind of nuts in this character, huh?
Yeah,
especially with whatever this card's got going on.
Yes, making it an 8 speed low. Ooh.
Yeah. I dig this, man. I think this is a cool ass deck.
Yeah. I feel a lot better with this.
Yeah, I didn't touch it very much. I think you had a really solid start. I think the thing that I would look at testing wise, right, is Frozen better than the Feeling Cute? That's the first thing that I would look at and compare, right? Of, is this 2/5 better than this 1/5 that does something very similar? Giving everything quote unquote stun 1 is probably better than the 1 speed, but because of the fact that we're playing the 2 check, is it worth having the slightly lower difficulty curve, right? But besides that, they're essentially the same card. That's something that I would just like maybe take a notebook and be like, when is Frozen being a 2 diff changed how my hands look, right? When I take and I look at my first hand, if this was a 1 diff, right, does it work out better for me? And the answer is probably yes.
Yeah.
Probably?
Probably, yeah. What is how many spams are currently in here?
It's a great question. Look at it. You have 17 zero diffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. 26 of your 40. I mean, that is a beautiful number. That is a beautiful, beautiful number. 26 of 40. It's great. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
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 Final thoughts?
No, like you helped shore up some of the shortcomings, and like I said, I completely forgot Chivalrous Competitor was a card, and just being able to get that 1 extra draw to dig a little further is really good.
Hell yeah, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna steal this deck and I'm gonna play it on the stream. I think this deck looks really good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would want to change, honestly, is I'm not a fan of all worked but I think I'm down to give it a shot. I'm down to at least give it a try, and see how I feel. If my initial gut reaction is actually correct, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to see.
If that doesn't work out, Feeling Cute can get in there.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that a lot. With that, man, thank you much for the support on Patreon. Thanks for letting me see your awesome Chaos Midnight deck. It was very cool.
Thank you. Thanks for the help.
Stick online just long enough for me to shoot you the list, and you have a gross for night, okay?
Yep, you too.
Peace.